So yeah, so let me give you some basic introduction. What is AWS? What is cloud computing? And what is the current scenario? Everything. Okay. So you can just be on mute. So if you have any doubt, you can unmute and you can ask me. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So just consider there is one product-based company. Okay. You can just consider there may be any of the companies. We can just take it as LG, Samsung, or KFC, Pizza Hut, Big Bazaar, Domino's. So there are multiple companies, like there are multiple product-based companies available in the industry. Okay, so just consider they came into market. I mean, they came into market almost some 20 years before they came. Okay, they started their business. So during that time, generally they want to just consider they have some 10 to 20 branches. Okay, they have some 10 to 20 branches. They need to store all the information, for example customer details, employee details, and then product related details of the all 10 branches they need to store. So generally what they used to do is they used to allocate some physical rooms. They used to allocate some physical rooms, as they used to call this physical data center. Okay. In this physical data center, they are going to configure CPU, RAM, memory, storages, everything. Then this all the information will be stored in the inside this on-premise data center. Like when they started the organization, right? So this is current scenario. Okay, in current scenario, they used to store all the customer data, product data, employee related things, and all the storages will be in the on-premise data center. On-premise data center. Later on, even they want to host some web pages. Okay, even if they want to host the web pages, they used to configure the servers within the on-premise data center, and then they used to host the web pages. So this is the current scenario of each and every organization, whoever hosting the web pages, everything. Okay. So now what happened? They configured this setup before 20 years. Just consider before 20 years, internet usage was very less. Maximum 10,000 people may be visiting the web page. For example, you can just consider LG products like mobiles or laptops, home theaters, whatever it may be. Maximum 1,000 people used to visit the web page. So in that cases, this physical hardware was okay with this requirement. But now what happened? We have multiple customers. So almost 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs customers are visiting these web pages. In that cases, what happened? Huge requests. So whatever servers they have configured, right? Huge requests going to fall on this server. So when huge requests are falling on this server, then the server is getting crashed because this hardware is not sufficient to handle the request. You can just consider during your college days also when they are going to publish any college result. So generally the web server won't be available for 2 hours, 3 hours or till evening, but they have announced the result morning, but you won't be able to see the result because huge requests are falling on the single server. Okay. So this is the problem what the organization are facing. At the same time, this 20 branches has been increased to some 300 branches. Just consider these 300 branches they have developed. So even they want to store the data of all the 300 branches. So for example, 300 branches, employee details, customer details, product details, everything they want to store. So all the information they used to store it in the physical on-premise data center. So apart from that, you can just see this they have configured 20 years before, right? So what happened normally if your hardware is used for 7 to 10 years, you can just take an example of your mobile phones. So when you're using a mobile which is older than 5 6 years, automatically the speed will be reduced. So in the same way, when you are using this hardware, it is almost aged of 20 years. So now what happened? The hardware will become very older version. So when they are hosting the website, the speed will be very less. Okay. So that is also a problem. And one more problem is frequently they may use some electricity problem, networking problem, hardware failure, security related issues. So like this, they are facing many problems. The motto of this one is on-premise data center is they want to host a web page, they want to store the customer details. Okay. So these are the common problem faced by all the organizations. They want some solution for this. So what they thought is, okay, we can just go for the renting option. So when we call it as rent, technically we are calling it as cloud computing. Okay. So what is meant by cloud computing is now AWS comes into picture. Now what this AWS going to do is they have very big size of data centers. Okay. They have very big size of data center. So these guys are saying, hey, you guys don't worry about your problems, physical problems, whatever you are facing, like whether it is related to hardware failure, networking problem, hardware replacement, or recruiting the employee for the configuring the hardware, or else so and so problems they are facing, right? So you no need to worry about anything. So what these AWS are saying is, I have very big size of data center. So globally, when you check, I have multiple branches. So I have multiple branches throughout the global. So depends upon your requirements, you can select the regions. You can just select the nearby regions. So now exactly what this LG's product-based company will do is, they are going to approach this AWS and they will ask, I need some 10,000 GB. I need some 10,000 GB of storages and 20 servers, so and so configurations. So this setup are allocated for the customer. So this LG is a customer for the Amazon. Okay. So now what they are going to do is, they are going to migrate all the data. Whatever data is available in the on-premise will be migrated to the cloud computing. Okay. They are used to migrate everything for the cloud, and then they are going to use this cloud platform instead of this on-premise. They are going to use this cloud setup. So monthly, whatever they are going to configure, they will be charged. Okay, at the month end, they are going to release the invoice. This invoice should be paid by the customers. So generally, this is what we are going to call it as cloud computing. Okay. So next one is, you can just consider not only AWS, there are many product-based, there are many cloud computing providers are available. You can just see alone 65% are covered by the AWS. 65% are covered by the AWS, and remaining portions like 20% are covered by the Azure. Azure is nothing but Microsoft. Okay. And remaining GCP, IBM, Dropbox, Oracle, DigitalOcean. So these are the cloud providers are covering remaining 20%, 25%. So AWS covers the most of the cloud computing in the global economy. Okay. And generally, you may be having one more doubts also, like why AWS is getting booming. Okay. So generally, you can just consider when you're purchasing a mobile, what are the things you are going to check? First thing is specification. Next one is cost, and then reviews, and then service. So generally, these are the things you are going to check. So when you go for specification, AWS provides 200 plus services. Okay. And next one is cost. They are going to charge you by hour basis. And reviews, the people who already using the cloud computing, providing 85% of positive reviews, like 4-star rating they are providing, that it is very safety, very secure, very easy to use. So like this, everyone are providing the positive reviews. So next one is service. So when you consider as a service, they have 24/7 support. So whatever problem you are facing, AWS support teams are available 24/7, so that they are going to help you with the problems, whatever you are going to face. For example, configuration problem or building related problem, whatever problem is there, you can just reach them so that they will guide you with the solution. They are available by 3 sources. Either you can just go with the chat option, you can just go with the mailing one, else you can just go with the call option. So you can just select your preference and the severity so that they will connect with you. Okay. So this is the overview of the cloud computing, and this is the benefit of the AWS as well. So in this, you have any doubt, let me know.
No, sir, clear.